you think we'll see a different type of rep wanting to pursue B2B sales than we have in the past?
I don't think so. I think the roles will change, the entry points will change. I mean, sales is inherently in somebody's being, right? There's certain, personality types that are great for sales, and you're still dealing with people. And I still believe that people buy from people. I don't think people will ever buy directly from AI. I do think that there's the old product-led SaaS models that, yes, like Atlassian in the earlier days, they claimed they didn't have salespeople, but they really did. It was just behind the scenes. And
Yeah.
so there's always a human touch point. And the average deal size of a lead or a deal that came in with human touch was 3 times the size of a deal that came in on its own, and the churn rate was a lot higher, right? So I think that human touch is going to be important. I think the entry point for sales with AI around SDR support it will be junior sales roles versus like a lot less outbound. The BDR role in general is dead in a way that not AI is going to fully replace it, but it was totally broken because you couldn't get quality outreach out at scale. So what it turned into was a bunch of cadences through outreach and gift carding to come to demos, and like sitting and waiting for those demos. But the laws of averages were these are all unqualified demos, and it trickled all the way down into the sales funnel and ultimately into closed deals. So the conversion rates suffered. So what I've seen is AI, and we believe in what we've seen, and I've been a buyer of it before. Dumping AI directly on a customer sales team is ineffective, right? And it will get you 70% of the way there, but it's just like ChatGPT. If I'm going to use ChatGPT for anything, I'm still going to do 30% of the tweaking to make it sound human because it's robotic and it's obvious, right? And people have AI fatigue today. So what we do is we have a team of individuals in between the delivery of AI to a customer. We believe that our AI plus our humans will get you to judgment calls on outcomes, right? 5% of the work is on you instead of 70% of the work is on you. And we've seen a lot of success with that. And so I don't think the type of person coming into sales is going to change. I think the ramp time into really selling is going to change. And it's like, this is the way I think about it is it's the old saying of like one person's trash is another person's treasure. You take the bottom 30, 40% of what BDRs are doing today and you shift them up, right? The sales team, the sales reps, bottom 40%, they shift up and you get everybody in the organization gets closer to the customer, right? And I just believe that's a super important part because in the last 10 years, I've seen too much talking about doing the work and not doing the work, right? Too much talking about and preparing to get on a customer call and not actually making the call. And it's just become completely bogged down. But I do think AI is important, but I do think there's an intersecting point between it reaches your customer sales team that has to be tweaked by humans, and we do both at Bounty. And if that is the strategy, you can then put folks right out of college into sales roles because now they're just making judgment calls. And then you can just share the best practices around what's working and what's not working based on how they tweaked it. And now you can onboard people faster, right? And so the ramp time for somebody new coming into a company, the workforce, or into a sales role is a lot shorter, right? So I don't think the personality changes. I think the job changes out of college, which is exciting. That's why they went into sales. And BDR role's hard. This is why it's got a 1-year tenure. You either get promoted or you move, right?
Yeah, it's it is the lifeblood of any selling organization, and it is the most difficult role that's out there. I've done the role, and I've done some demand gen consulting lately, and it is really challenging, especially with information overload and folks being sort of immune to LinkedIn emails, and it's just really challenging to cut through the noise.